This is a 6 stages RO water purification system, and it is not working because the adapter of its motor pump is broken for the second time. We will go through the repair of this system, but because this is an educational channel, we have to explain the RO technology in order to understand the principles behind it and to fix this system in a more effective way. So before we go to the explaining session, let me tell you that I already replaced its adapter with another working one from scraps. But it took only a couple of days, then the adapter broke again. And now I am suspecting the motor itself. Maybe it needs lubricants, or maybe its bearings are damaged. Also, it could be the adapter itself, being old and from scraps. Maybe its capacitor on the rectification circuit, maybe it's dried. Maybe we can design a transformerless adapter instead. Or maybe we have to buy a new adapter. Maybe new motor, or both. Many questions, we will answer them all after we see this educational part. So I will talk about some ideas about the fluids and the mechanism of the fluids. Mainly we are concerning the water. So here there is diffusion. Diffusion is actually moving of the high concentrated fluid area to another of low concentration area. Okay, now I'll talk about osmosis. Osmosis is a special type of diffusion where the molecules of the water moves from the high concentration area of the water into the lower concentration area of the water. The water concentration means that the amount of the water molecules is higher than the solutes or the substances that are dissolved in the water. For example, here, if we consider this container here, if we just represent the molecules of the water here by the blue and this orange molecules, we have two here. Let's say that they are sulfur, for instance, or salt, okay, and it is dissolved in the water. You can see they are different from this container here because there are many molecules of the salt, okay. So here you would see that the concentration of the water is very low because the concentration of the salts is high, whereas here it is the opposite. The concentration of the water is high. That's why the water, when you provide a permeable membrane, the water from here is going to move to this side in order to neutralize the two sides, okay. So reverse osmosis, on the other hand, is the opposite operation that is actually done by using a power that actually do the opposite, moves the water from the lower concentration of the water into the higher concentration, which is the opposite of the osmosis. That's why it's called reverse osmosis. So as you can see here, there are many solutes here, okay, dissolved in the water. So the salt concentration is very high here and the water concentration is very low. By using a power here to be applied to the water on this side, and we have a permeable membrane, the little water concentration here, or the little water molecules, will pass through the membrane to the higher water molecules concentration, leaving what? Leaving the dissolved material, which is salt in this side. That's how the water is purified using this reverse osmosis. Okay, now let's move to the system of the reverse osmosis. But this is not clear. Let's move to a better diagram. Okay, the water comes from the main faucet from here and goes to this filter. This filter is a sand filter. It is a sediment to clean the dirt, the dust, and to remove also the mud from it. It goes down until this one is completely full. When this filter is full, it will come back up, and then we'll move to the next one here. Okay, we'll move to the next one here. We'll start from bottom until it is full. This is a carbon filter that filters the odor, filters the chlorine, and filters also the organic materials. We'll go to stage number 3. This is stage number 1. This is stage number 2. This is stage number 3. It will go to stage number 3. This is also another carbon filter, but this one is a block that blocks anything left from this stage here to ensure that it is completely clean. Okay, the water then, after finish from this side, it will go to here, to this ROS filter, and this is the entrance. Okay, it comes from here, it goes up into here. Okay, and then it will go from here also. We'll move through behind tube, this is a tube, and we'll come to here, but here it will actually branch into two sides, a storage reservoir, and this will go to, hey, by the way, this is the, after it is actually go from here to the, this is the 4th stage. After it will go to this 5th stage, this one here, it will also through the dirt water from this side. So the dirt or waste water will be thrown from this side. Okay, so as I said, when it comes to here from the reverse osmosis, from this tube, it will go to this filter, and it will also branch to the pressurized tank here. Okay, it will arrive to the tank here. On the other side, from the other side here, this is the flow. Actually, the flow, there is an arrow showing the flow coming from here. Now this will go to the final drinking faucet here. Okay, now there is something also. If you want to add another stage, you can add the minerals here, the minerals state mineralizer, to put it here. This would be the output to be put inside the input of the mineralizer filter, and the output will be sent immediately to the output faucet. Okay, now to help all that and to enable the reverse osmosis, you need this important motor, which is actually powered by this adapter here, 24 volts, and that is how it works. I bought this replacement. It's the same rates. It has 1.2 amperes. It produces 24 volts DC. It's the same. So let's go ahead and test it. For the DC voltage, we will use this voltmeter. But for the amperage, this is not suitable. This is the best. anyways, how's it going? It's actually moving pretty, but this is very good. Nice. Okay. Okay. Oh no, this way. Okay. Okay. We're done, guys. So for beginning the process, the pump needs to be cleaned and needs to be repaired. This is the button that made all the transformers that got burned. This is the button that actually caused burn and damage to the transformers. So you get a new one that I have with limited break for this problem. This is actually rectified. So it wasn't the dynamo itself, it wasn't the motor itself, but the pump that is attached to the motor, mainly this one here. Oh my god, mainly this one here. Oof, it's very hard. So this is the problem. The pump is actually plugged in the first part, and that's why every time I install an adapter, it burns out and destroys it. What I'm going to do actually right now is to clean this pump in a nice way, make sure it moves freely and nicely, and that will be solved the problem. We guarantee that will work, and the problem will be then completely solved. Yeah, things are perfect. There are features. You can take deep down into here. Without popping in, you can do nothing regarding the cleaning of this pump. See. It doesn't seem to be possible to open. Yes. Great. Last one. This is bad. Really bad. Okay. No. You know it. Okay. Okay. With this so now, I want to this. Ready? Good. Now, nice, but a lot of it, collect points. That's why the adapters are done. I'm not going to this is going to be this, and this is nice. I think it's like something, it's very sensitive for some reason. So what I'm going to do right now is take a look for the, okay, I actually got this, and I use it, we'll see my meter over the adapter with it, so okay, with that, so that's good, and that's all obviously, and this one is another spot now, it's like 2 times 9, but it's in the adapter, okay, so it's burn, I'm going to do this, because, now, I think that's all. So now, it's about half an hour working on the adapter, you see? Even very, very smooth motion and very beautiful performance. There is no heat at all. So, and this is the pump. I'm going to install it right now here, and when I finish, I will have to make sure that it is actually pump water by connecting some water to here and wait for the output. That is very important. Otherwise, everything is completely okay. Finally, I'm going to reassemble the unit, and now I can be sure that I really repaired the unit and everything will work completely okay. And now, performing with its pump, it's really noisy because I think the pump has wear out a little bit. So, the first 5 minutes, I don't feel any heat. I'll just wait and see. Next step would be putting this in some water to pump and see what will happen. I should see water coming from here. Okay, maybe the opposite. Okay, working, but it will not take so much time. Actually, the pump is faulty, and I have to replace the pump.